Morning everyone and welcome back to YTCSC, YouTube's Celtic Supporters Club. My name's Mark, you should know by now. We've made a few videos. We are going to look at today the link with the new centre-back, Hayato Inamura, and where that leaves some of the players that we've got in our squad currently. But like always, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, click that bell, because that bell will then let you know when our videos drop, and you can catch up with us when we're on here. Want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. We've made 500. Woo-hoo-hoo. 500 is amazing. We've only been doing this a couple of months and we've got to 500 already, which is brilliant. Actually, we've moved faster than we thought we would, and that's what we want. We want to get out to as many Celtic fans as possible. Brian hooked up with another channel, Come On The Hoops, Keith, yesterday, and done a wee live session, and that worked quite well. So I think we'll try and do some more of that kind of thing. Get other small channels involved. Thanks to all the TikTok followers. I know I've been pestering people to join, but thank you so much for everybody joining. What we'll do now is I'll get onto the information about this new guy, and we can have a wee chat about what's going to go on with the list of defenders that we've now got piling up. Without further ado, let's get on to it. Okay folks, let's talk about the latest player we have been linked with. Another Japanese player, which is never a bad thing for me. Never a bad thing. I think there's so much talent in that marketplace, and Celtic we've seen it, and I think we've got a lot more to come from there. So Celtic look poised to sign Japanese central defender Hayato Inamura. Now that's coming from Anthony Joseph and Sky Sports, letting us know that the 23-year-old is potentially looking to undergo a medical soon, which is great news. He's a ball-playing midfielder. I've got a clip, a 4-minute clip. You don't have to watch the full thing, but you'll get the gist of the guy after a minute or two, and I'll put that on at the end. You can have a wee watch. So Sky Sports News understands discussions have progressed well, and the 23-year-old is keen to join Celtic, which is good news. He's a left-footed centre-back, so I'm going to come on in a minute and we'll look at all of our defenders, ins and outs potentially, and what it's kind of going to look like after people move on and maybe players come in. These reports are coming out of Japan as well, which is always good news. If you've got it coming both ways, it adds a bit of depth to it, and you can see that maybe something is happening. So like I said, he's set to go undergo a medical, which will tell you that it's pretty far down the line. Now this guy's a J-League rookie. He's played most of his football in university, and that seems to be the thing in Japan. We've seen it with some of the boys that we've got now. That's their path, and then they come in and they play professional football. But by all accounts, when you look at this guy, he looks like a tidy player. Experience-wise, doesn't have it for me. And we'll come on and talk about CCV and potentially him going. This guy, he cannot be cover for Carter Vickers. He's left-footed anyway, so probably not. But that then says we've got Scales, Trusty and Hayato Inamura, all left-footed centre-backs, left-sided centre-backs. Is somebody moving on? Don't know. Okay, I'm going to put up a wee display of who we have in our team, what players we've got in centre-back, and what potentially could be happening. Currently, we've got Carter Vickers, who we know is been looked at. We've got Big Rocky, Stephen Welsh, Lager Bielka, both out on loan. We'll get wee Dane Murray, Big Dane Murray, big boy. On the left-hand side, we've got Scales, Trusty, and if the rumours are true, Hayato Inamura will be coming in as well. So that's what, 7, 8, 9, 10 defenders. Too many. Far too many to have as centre-backs. So if we run through each of them, we can have a look at, are they going to be here, are they not going to be here? And I think we'll start with Carter Vickers. he has got a lot of interest in him right now. A lot of Premier League clubs looking at him, Leeds being one of them. I think Carter Vickers is pivotal to what we do. I know some people think he's a wee bit small and maybe gets done with balls over the top sometimes, but he's so calm, and when he's out of the team, we absolutely notice it. We've got nobody with his experience or calmness on the ball. Sometimes I think maybe he's a wee bit too calm. I think he takes too many touches sometimes for me when he's coming out with it. I like our defenders, if we're going to play our style of play, it has to be 1-2 touch, quick, get the ball out. Is Carter Vickers going to be here? I hope so. It would take a hell of a player to come in and replace him. I think if we do sell him, Celtic better have their feelers out right now, and this guy cannot be the replacement for him. I know he's not being a left-sided player and CCV being on the right side, but Carter Vickers is a question mark for me. I don't know if he will be here because of the rumours. I'm hoping he will be. We've got Big Dane Murray. I think he is one for the future and one for now. It's a pity they get injured back end of last season. Brendan Rodgers obviously rates the guy and wanted him to take part towards the end of the season. That was a bad time and injury for him, but I think he'll be one for the future, and if we can get him into some games this year, like I keep saying, the B team players or the youth team players need to play. They have to get game time and they have to get used to playing at the level Celtic are. There's no point in just leaving them in the B team and then expecting them to turn up and be ready for Celtic. So Dane Murray, yes, will be here. Scales. I like Scales. I know some people don't, and I think he's the parts that let him down is he can be pretty rash. He does like to press, and he presses really, really high, and sometimes if he gets done on that press, we're exposed, and that is a danger. But I think he's a good utility defender. I think he's proven himself in the Champions League and against times against Rangers. I think he'll just grow as the years go by. I would like to see Scales stay. Is he going to stick around for me? Yes, I think he will. We've also got Trusty, another left-sided centre-back. I think he just needs to do more all-round. I think his jacket's on a shaky peg, if I'm honest. I think if he does not pull his finger out this year and get into that first team and make that first team slot his, he will be sold next year. I don't know what you think, but that's my thought process on it. I don't think he done enough last year, and I think he got found out against Rangers when we brought Scales on, and Rodgers saying that he needed somebody who can actually step in and play the ball out. Says it all for me. We've got Big Rocky. I like him. Brendan doesn't. It's clear to see Brendan doesn't rate him. I think he doesn't fit into the style of play that Brendan wants, or he thinks he doesn't fit into the style of play. I disagree with that. I think Norowski comes out with the ball really well and plays the ball forward better than most of our players do, or central defenders do. He breaks lines really well, and I think some of his incisive passes let us get in, whereas we are side to side all the time. He has got, and I don't know if maybe that's what Brendan doesn't like about him. He likes to burst forward and he likes to get the ball forward, and Brendan's maybe not a fan of that, but I like to see it. So I think Norowski will go, unfortunately. I'd like to see him stay, but I think he'll be one that goes. We've got Stephen Welsh. He signed for KV Mechelen, and I think his time is up. I think his best move for him is to go and sign for another club. It's believed that both Welsh and Mechelen are interested in making that a permanent transfer. He seems pretty happy in the Belgian Pro League, and he seems happy that he's playing football regularly. He never got that at Celtic, and I don't think he ever will. I think he was kept here because of the Scottish side of things and keeping Scottish players for the Champions League, which I get, but I don't think that's any reason to keep him around. So Mechelen Sporting Director Dennis Hendrick has indicated that they are making Welsh their top priority, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does go. But there's other teams in Belgium and clubs across Europe interested in signing him. We've seen that with a few Italian clubs looking at him. We're not backed prices. I think now at 25 he has to go out and play football. I don't think he's got a place at Celtic, although it's pretty sad because he's been there his whole life. I just don't think he kicked on to that level that Celtic needed him to be at. He's got 2.5 years left in his contract, so we should get a half decent fee for him. And when he does go, I wish him all the best because he's been with Celtic his whole career. Next on the list we've got Big Gustav, Big Lager Bielka. He went out and loaned to FC20. Again, another one that doesn't really fit into Brendan Rodgers' mould of play. I think he was maybe again a wee bit slow. I thought he was okay. Everything was going really, really well for him at FC20, and it looked like they were going to come in and put a bid in. That's all calmed and cooled off, and it looks like that's not going to happen anymore. So, big man was signed in 2023, I think just before Rodgers came in. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a Rodgers signing. I think 20 are now looking at signing Robin Proper again. He's their former captain. I think they're looking to bring him in over Lager Bielka. So the loan spell would have been good for him, yes. But I think the big man's options are going to be hopefully another club comes in and makes a bid for him. Maybe go out on loan again or go out in a permanent deal. I think these other options are he sits on the bench or sits in the stand for the season coming. I don't think he has a future at Celtic. What does that leave us then? If CCV stays, we've got Carter Vickers and Murray on the right hand side. We also then have Scales, Trusty and Hayato Inamura on the left hand side. I think one of Scales and Trusty are potentially an option to go, both being left sided players, and I think Trusty's the guy that might be eventually shown the door. It doesn't leave us with great options if you think about it. If you've got Norowski gone, Welsh gone, Lager Bielska gone, Murray, I would like to see him play more football, but what happens if Carter Vickers gets injured? Is Murray the guy to step in? I don't think at this point in his career he's ready to do that. I think Celtic must have, if Carter Vickers has been linked with other clubs, they must have and must bring in an experienced centre half. It cannot be a 23-year-old or a 22-year-old. It has to be a 25, 26-year-old who's been about, knows the game and has been there and done it, and can come in and hit the ground running. Can't be a project player. It has to be somebody that can come in. And yes, maybe if you sign a 26-year-old, well, we've done it with Kyogo. We sold 26, brought him in for a value and sold him for 10, which is good. That has to be what we do. If Carter Vicker goes, they have to bring in somebody with experience that can make a difference right away. Maybe even get somebody in anyway to help CCV and the boy Murray. I don't know what it's going to look like, but there we are, right? We've got a young Japanese boy who looks pretty good. I'm going to play that clip for you in a couple of minutes. Have a look and let us know what you think. Let me know what you see as our lineup at the back. Once everything, the dust settles, who's going to be in, who's going to be out? What do you see it as being? Do you think Carter Vickers will stay? Do you think he'll go? And who do you think our left centre backs and right centre backs will be? If you have watched this video and you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Click that bell and that will let you know when our videos drop. We're at 500 and odd now. Next step, we're doing it in hundreds right now because we're so small, but next step is 600, but we want to get to that 1,000. That 1,000 is really important. But next step for us is to get to the 600. If you are a new subscriber, post your name and let us know you've subscribed. I'd like to give you a wee shout out, say thank you very much, okay? But listen, I'm going to play that video. You can watch it, you can't watch it, it's up to you. And I'll see you on the next video, okay? Thank you.